Welcome to the 5-Star Living Show. My name is Monickie Scott.
And this is your girl, Felina B. Flossin.
We are so excited to have you join us as we support and encourage women in 5 areas: the mind, body, and soul, while loving more and laughing more.
And we believe that life takes balance, and each show will focus on one of those 5 areas.
In this world we live in today, everybody's looking for that 5-star rating. Well, how do you rate yourself? It is our intention that by listening to this podcast, the 5-Star Living Show, we will help you move towards your own 5-star rating by finding ways to live more balanced.
Yes, indeed. And today we're going to look into what is coming out of our mouths, where these words are going and how our words are shaping our lives and that of others.
Okay.
Yeah, it's often reiterated scripturally that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yes.
Now, This means that what it is you feel on the inside is ultimately what is coming out of your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Being good or bad, right or wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So, for example, someone could say something like, I'm not going to ever find this job, or that just might be right because the energy you're fueling intentionally is loaded with a lot of negativity.
Yes.
And understandably, it's not easy to be searching for a job and the bills are due.
Right.
Right. But by changing those words and saying, I will find a job, suddenly there's a different kind of motivation and things seem to magically fall into place, right?
Yeah, I when you were saying that, it made me think of this quote. I'm a quote girl.
Yes.
I love quotes. And it said, whatever you think you are, you are.
Yeah.
So think about it. Whatever you speak, you are, because that's where it starts, right in the mind.
So true.
So maybe it is appropriate to take a step back and review what our thoughts are that prompt the words that are coming out of our mouth. Are we thinking positive things, or do we focus too much on the negative?
Right.
How does our mindset affect what we say? How does it affect our everyday? How about in our relationships and in our personal lives?
It's so true. It all starts in the mind. And if we wake up and say, oh, this is going to be a horrible day, well, you can guarantee that day will be full of pitfalls and snags. You will bump your toe. And it will confirm your doubt of this day having nothing positive to offer.
You called it into being, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're aware, and many of our listeners, there's a video called The Secret.
Oh, yeah.
You know The Secret, right?
Yes.
It speaks on willing things into existence via the power of the mind. Now, I must admit, many years ago when I first saw this video, I thought it was kind of eerie and slightly corny.
Yeah.
But as I started to listen to it and trying it out, I saw the validity in its claim.
Yes.
So by having positive thoughts, we're inadvertently receiving positive results. Now, on the other hand, if we think a situation is going to go wrong, guess what, my friends? Oftentimes are going to go awry because of that energy that we have given that idea.
Yeah, and when we speak, we are fueling positive, or we're allowing a dark cloud to follow us.
Yeah.
For example, if you're just walking around and say you're out job hunting, you're like, ooh, I'll never get that job.
Yeah.
Or I'm never going to get that. I'm not good enough for that job. There's no way I could ever get that. Then guess what?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be true because, one, you're not going to be moving towards getting that job because, first of all, you don't even think you can get it.
Yeah.
Especially when, even when you think bigger than that, I could never achieve a dream that big.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The person who did achieve the dream that big,
right,
I bet you they never thought like that.
Exactly.
Guess what they thought?
I'm going to get that.
I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
So, and they said it, and they told people about it, and they talked to people about it. So that's what was coming out of their mouth. So you got to change what's coming out of your mouth. If you want it to happen, you got to start speaking something into it.
And, we are who we hang around. So I have to admit, sorry, not sorry, but I tend to shy away from individuals that are constantly on a negative tone.
You have to.
Look here, Debbie Downers, stay away from me. Because, I do my due diligence in speaking life and positivity. But if I notice that a person wants to stay under this dreadful cloud, I'll have to remove myself because negative energy is transferable.
It's very transferable.
Right? And I have my own life experiences that were tough. So I've had to really fight to keep a positive mindset. So we have to be aware of not allowing our minds to stay on things that cause us harm, because it doesn't do us any good, and it doesn't benefit our goal of having that 5-star life, right?
I love the way you said you had to fight to maintain a positive mindset.
Yeah.
Just the fact of knowing that it's not something that just comes. So like when we were talking a few moments ago about watching The Secret and how, yes, they teach you to really think about it, but you can easily get knocked off of those thoughts by one thing that happens, and now all of a sudden you've switched back. Guess what you got? You got to fight.
Bring it back.
Yeah, kind of switch that back into that positive thought.
Very true.
And oftentimes, people speak negatively to friend and family members in joking ways. You see them hanging around. Oh, you stupid. You stupid. Yes. Or, I ain't no good. They say it in a jokingly way.
Yeah.
But what are we subconsciously saying to ourselves? You're telling yourself,
oh my goodness,
I ain't no good and you stupid. And guess what that person starts to hear over and over again?
Yes, and one of the things that really irks my nerves is friends that banter back and forth and call each other the B word.
Oh.
It is never, ever okay.
Because that's not my name.
That's not... It is never okay, even if it's in a joking way.
Yeah.
We do not want to talk to our friends and loved ones in a negative way. Why would we joke in a negative way? We're supposed to be uplifting each other.
Yes.
Yeah, that was just one
I know
of
we can go off. I know.
Yeah, let me pull it back. But now another soft spot, is when people reference their children as little terrors. Now, little Timmy may be a handful, right?
He bad. He just bad.
Right, but if he's hearing that, it's like we set the tone for our children and how the world, we look at how the world is not going to be gentle to our babies. So if the children hear us speak negative words constantly to them, then what are they learning that they should be seen as? Will they adapt to being that person that their mother keeps reiterating that they are? Will they confirm that?
Yeah. More than likely they will, and that's who they'll start thinking that's not their name. My name ain't Timmy. My name is Bad. My name is Terror.
Right.
That's who I am.
Right.
It's a lot of times when people, like in my family, my kids, I'm tired. No, your name is Wisdom. Your name is not tired. So whatever that is you're feeling is just a feeling.
Yeah.
But you're Wisdom. You're not tired.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. So look, I have this story. I'm almost embarrassed to say, but I have a young family member many years ago that said he wanted to get a tattoo. Okay, cool. You want to get a tattoo? That's straight.
I'm just thinking, I like that.
But the tattoo he wanted was to say, "I hate the devil." Wait a minute. Newsflash here.
Okay. Where are we going? I'm waiting to see where we're going with this.
So, he didn't realize that what he was doing was giving the devil a platform. So I told him, I said, how about you say, I love God?
Right.
Amen. Because you literally, the thing that you hate most, you want to ink it permanently on your body, giving the devil this platform.
Oh my God.
Why would you? And he was so cute because he was like, oh, I didn't think about that.
They don't, and it's true. Sometimes you don't see it that way.
Yeah.
You believe that you're really just putting it out there that I hate that, but you're right.
So going back to that, I'll never get that job. You change it, you transfer it to, I'm gonna get that. It's the energy that you're putting out. Yeah.
That job is mine.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good one.
Oh.
So I'm hoping that you did convince him. Did he put anything, or did
he didn't do either one? He got loads of other ones. Yeah, be careful with putting people's names on your body.
Right.
Side note.
So as you were saying, this happens often, and we continue to think and verbalize all the things that we don't want rather than speaking what we do want.
Yeah.
And what's most important is that we speak more about what we do want.
Indeed.
Because I don't know what the whole saying is, but I know I've heard that the whole negative gets removed. So like you say, when you say something that you don't want, all they hear is like, if you say, I don't want to be fat, all the world or the universe or your brain hears is, I fat.
Right. Donuts start flying in the
I fat.
You
So
see
you just keep hearing the word fat.
Right.
Fat, because don't doesn't really make sense to the brain. So good point. Another area which may seem harmless but really isn't is that of what we say about others.
Yes.
For one thing, speaking negatively or speaking on someone else's business will not help you get to your goal of the 5-star life.
Right.
If anything, we want to use the power of our tongues to uplift our fellow brothers and sisters, as we would want someone to do for us, right?
Exactly.
You out there talking about somebody else's business, but think about it if they were out there talking about yours. And I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I first think about if I'm going to say something about somebody, guess what? They can say something just as good about me. So it's probably best I just not say that, because I don't want nobody out there doing that to me.
So true.
The golden rule, right? Do unto others as you want to do to you.
Yeah.
So if you want to live 5-star, don't be out there speaking negatively on someone else's business or about someone else's period. There's enough stuff going on in the world that people have to deal with than to have to hear you talking about them. And it don't do nothing for you.
What does it do for you?
It don't do nothing for you.
All the time you're wasting talking about the next person. You could be focused on your 5-star living.
Exactly. Focus on your 5-star life.
Right. And it's wonderful to have freedom of speech, right? To be able to express yourself. It's pretty liberating to have a voice, right? And when you're able to articulate your feelings about yourself and others, it does give a power. Well, that power of having a voice can also have a flip side if we don't speak on things that build or uplift or empower ourselves and others. So we have to have a great level of discretion and wisdom, knowing that what may or may not be appropriate will ultimately govern how far we will go in life. And we have to speak those words that are healing and promotes growth for ourselves and others.
And that's the magic word, healing.
Yeah.
Healing and growth.
Yeah. So in just a few moments, we're going to answer some questions from our 5-star supporters that we appreciate so much.
Yes, but first, make sure to like us on Facebook at 5-Star Living Show. So let's get right on up. Let's get right to our questions, Felina.
Okay. So question number 1, why is it so hard to think positive? You know, for many, it does not come automatically. So we have to practice it, create stories in our head that will lead us to a more positive thought process. Even if the negative comes first, we have to switch that up, right?
Yeah. Because, you know, a lot of times we create those negative stories, right?
Yeah.
Somebody gets in a car accident, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get in a car accident.
Right.
You know, somebody gets hurt or somebody loses their wallet. Oh, I better check my purse. I'm going to lose. And it has nothing to do with you. That was just something that happened over there. But we create this.
Yeah.
We also can sometimes erase everything good in a day.
Right.
We've been having a great day. And all of a sudden, one bad thing happens. And what do we say?
Right.
I'm having a bad day.
Right.
I say treat it like a commercial break. It was bad. Get that info, process it, and get back to what you were doing good.
Exactly.
Get back to what you were being grateful for. It was just one bad moment.
One bad moment.
Move on. So you have to practice that. It really does take practice.
Very true.
Another question we had is, I automatically feel worried or unsure about most things. How can I train my mind not to be such a Debbie Downer? Well, the magic word there is train. Just like any other muscle in the body, the brain is also a muscle. And you have to train it not to worry. You have to kind of tell it what to think.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you're going to train your mind not to be such a Debbie Downer all the time. You got to stay focused on what is good.
Hey, those are all great tips. So coming up, we're about to share some very valuable ideas on how you could start living a more 5-star life by speaking more positively. But first,
make sure you like us on Facebook at 5-Star Living Show. We want to hear from you. Give us some feedback. We want to learn more about what you want to know when it comes to the mind, body, and soul while loving more and laughing more.
Yes.
So let's talk about a few ways that you could be living more 5-star when it comes to how we speak. First thing you can do is you can start your day off with positive affirmations.
Yes. You can also focus on the good, even if it's something small.
You can try to find the humor in bad situations.
I love that one. And definitely choose friends and family members who are positive.
You want to transform your negative talk into positive talk. Check yourself
before you wreck yourself.
By fixing how we think and keeping it positive, you will automatically speak on the positive, and thus you will draw more positive to you.
Indeed. Wow. Well, we want to thank you for listening to us and joining us on this 5-star day. And we believe in you. We believe that you are going to have a 5-star life starting when?
Right now. We know that you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. So for that, we thank you. And we look forward to seeing you on Facebook at 5-Star Living Show. And make sure to join our accountability group because we want you to laugh more and love more while taking care of your mind, body, and soul.
Indeed. So do me a favor. Do yourself a favor on purpose.
On purpose.
Make a point to have a 5-star day.
The 5-Star Living Show is sponsored in part by MVPphotographer.com, and special thanks goes out to our super producer, Mr. Dana Scott.
Thank you for listening to the 5-Star Living Show. Take care of your mind, body, and soul. And remember, love more and laugh more.